up! You wake up, idiot!
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest kitchen nightmares owners.
I've never seen anything like this.
I've not seen anything like this.
What's successful about out there?
I'm still here.
That's what makes it successful. You just answered my question.
You are in denial.
No, I'm not.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the most iconic and memorable kitchen nightmares owners from both the UK and US versions. Get ready because it's all about to get very heated in the kitchen. What's your absolute favourite kitchen nightmares moments? Assemble in the comments and let us know. Number 10, Michel Bar-David from The Secret Garden. Let's start off with a pompous chef who had no idea just how badly he was messing up his restaurant.
I've just sat there for the last hour and had one of the worst meals I've ever eaten.
That's a matter of opinion.
Oh my God.
Every single one of his staff confessed that their boss was just way too arrogant. In Gordon's words, Michel is far more in love with himself than his own restaurant. The food was awful, decor was dated, and the kitchen storage was so full of mold and maggots, it actually made Gordon sick.
The food's been in this fridge for so long, even the fridge has now started to go mouldy.
To top it off, Michel refused to listen to Gordon and took everything personally. No wonder Gordon completely lost his cool.
You French pig!
Yeah, you know what?
You lazy pig!
Yeah, big word.
Number 9, Mama Sherry from the Soul Food Shack.
Thank you. Be back with your mains. Shake it down, Brady, for my mama not to make it.
Alright, you know we have to talk about the good kind of crazy owners too. Mama Sherry was one of the most beloved personalities from the show that managed to do the unthinkable. Gordon liked her food. He even came back to the kitchen with an empty plate and had nothing but praises for Mama.
That was very good.
Oh, don't get me crying.
Her energy and spirit impressed Gordon, although he did admit he had no idea how to shut her up.
Can I hear you all say it? Soul food! Alright.
Just wind her up and let her go.
That's nice, isn't it?
Although Soul Food Shack closed down a couple of years later, Mama remained a popular character from the UK series. Number 8, Joe Nagy from Mill Street Bistro.
So you work as a chef?
I am self-taught by old-school Europeans, master chefs that had a liking to me.
Joe was all about the from farm to fork philosophy, but it was clear to everyone else that he had no idea what he was doing. Apart from maybe his BFF, Skinny the Goat. The arrogance and delusion was real with Joe.
What was I thinking?
Yeah,
I got the balls to make what I feel that might work.
He was not only rude to his staff, but he also had several shouting matches with Gordon and actually told him to get out. It took 2 episodes for Joe to come around, although the sweet moment was short-lived, as he ended up in even more arguments with his staff after the episode aired.
You want me to get rid of it right now and not
I would!
Get rid of the thing, we don't have it.
Number 7, Sebastian De Monica from Sebastians. Torn between opening a restaurant in California or being an actor.
Everything's a big joke to everybody, right? Big joke. They're not paying the bills.
Sounds like the plot of a movie, but no, it's the life of Sebastian, who used his wife's money to open his same-named restaurant. He said he's nice to his staff, but his staff definitely didn't agree with that statement. He's fired 49 people in 1 year and was proud to say it. Meanwhile, Gordon asked for a sick bag after trying his food.
I thought pizza was your speciality. I thought that's what this place was famed for.
No, sir. Our menu, that concept that baffles you, that's what we're famous for.
That's why they're queuing up at the door and you're packing them in right now.
Sebastian's menu was just as confusing as his idea to have franchises all over the world. In Gordon's words, he was completely off his trolley.
You're delusional.
That is your opinion, sir. A lot of people feel that way about you.
Number 6, Alan Saffron from Burger Kitchen.
It's one of the best burgers I've ever tasted in my life, so it's very disappointing.
This one is a complete doozy. Alan Saffron, the owner of Burger Kitchen, allegedly stole inheritance money from his son Daniel to open his restaurant. The restaurant was failing to attract customers from the get-go, and Alan firmly believed that Yelp had a conspiracy against them.
And you're missing the point. You're focusing on a mushroom.
Mushrooms are important to me.
Along with family drama, the restaurant had a very passionate but underappreciated chef who's been working on the spirit of getting paid, aka wasn't getting paid.
Where's my paycheck?
That's not
Why
true,
hasn't he been
Dad.
paid?
When it turned out that Gordon liked the chef's food, Alan's wife completely flipped out.
Jen?
Whatever.
Jen? Where's she going?
This is ridiculous.
Later on, the same chef quit mid-service after having a fallout with Daniel. Shouting matches and breakdowns galore. Number 5, Sue Ray, well mostly Chef Tim from Bonaparte's.
I don't know. All I know is I'm not making money. So I don't know what they're at or where they're coming from.
Sue was one of those poor unfortunate souls that had no idea how to run a restaurant. She actually let the inexperienced 21-year-old Tim be the head chef while she focused on running the bar upstairs.
Do you not taste that?
I do now, yeah. Took a while to know.
Although Tim had an ambition to specialise in fine dining and open restaurants around the world, it was very clear that he couldn't even cook an omelette.
You're a head chef. You're taking the piss, you know that.
When he tried to make dinner at home, he set his kitchen on fire.
Don't burn it. Burn it.
Don't burn it.
During a revisit, Tim was sacked. Sue actually ended up suing Gordon because the restaurant was badly portrayed. Number 4, Nino Cristiano from Nino's Italian restaurant.
Just trying to act like an idiot to make yourself sound better.
I'm not idiot.
Well, then stop sounding like
You
one.
sound like a idiot yourself.
Alright, my name is Nino fans. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Imagine saying you spend a lot of your time cleaning the restaurant and doing janitorial work, and then Gordon finds gum under the table and cobwebs everywhere. Nino claimed that he did a lot of behind-the-scenes work like cleaning, but in reality, he completely lost his passion.
He makes everybody believe he does crap. Just like last night, he ran up to every table and said, "Hello, my name's Nino."
That's not true.
And some of his family members didn't hold back and called him out on it. Gordon later shut the restaurant, and Nino fought to keep it open. This episode is full of denial, family drama, and memeable moments. A true classic.
So, are you going to let me continue eat, or do you want to fight? Like, confrontation?
We're talking about something physical now.
Can you leave me alone? Let me finish my lunch?
Number 3, David Leonard from Black Pearl.
Chef Ramsay didn't like our lobster roll, and he said he's lived in Maine for 3 months. But if he'd lived in Maine for 3 months, he'd know that a lobster roll is exactly the way we make it.
Ah, David. He blamed everyone else for everything that was going wrong with Black Pearl. His arrogance extended far beyond the episode, and he actually ended up writing a letter to Gordon claiming the show ruined his restaurant's reputation. He refused to believe that there was anything wrong with the food or his own attitude.
Both are terribly sand.
Yeah, there should be sand in this here. There often is, and that's why you have the broth to dip them in.
When Gordon tried the dishes, he claimed they felt like he was eating a wet diaper. Ouch. He named the 3 owners Sleepy, Dopey, and Grumpy, but he ended up being somewhat right about the restaurant because it closed just a couple of days after the episode aired.
Going to Times Square with a lobster guy and where all the tourists are and tell them to come down and eat at your restaurant, hey, we're not going to see any effect from that. I'd be really surprised.
Number 2, Rachel McNally from Piccolo Teatro.
I think if the restaurant was doing well and it didn't have all the debts that it had, then I would probably be sleeping a lot better.
When you come to France, you expect to be served good food. But if you go to Piccolo Teatro, a waitress, who's also the owner's BFF, will tell you that it's not particularly spectacularly exceptional. And then you'll have a disrespectful chef who's way too slow to prepare a simple salad. In fact, he's so slow, you actually witness Gordon throwing him out of the restaurant after he gets sent home by the owner. The owner can't take any criticism, and the whole thing is an absolute shambles. Just imagine seeing all of that in person.
Rachel's up to her neck in debt. The business is on its knees, and yet it all seems a big joke to her.
Number 1, Amy and Sammy from Amy's Baking Company.
Well, we have 3 little boys, but they're trapped inside cat bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cats.
Our babies are cats.
Now these two managed to cause so much ruckus during their episode that they went viral. Amy and Sammy were the type of restaurant owner that never backed down from a fight, especially when they were up against dissatisfied customers.
Send him home!
Yeah, you have a pizza, it's coming. You want to wait, you wait.
Sammy apparently took his staff's tips, and the working environment was so hostile, a waitress quit on the spot. Even Gordon eventually had enough and came to the realization that he simply can't save everyone.
Look at the way.
You're attacking my business and my life. This is all I do is live this life every day.
Amy's baking company remains the only restaurant Gordon walked away from after realizing the owners were just too cuckoo.
Good luck.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.